Okay, we are live, I do believe. Pretty sure. How are we all doing today, ladies and gents? Let me get everything up. Let me post it there. Pop that in. Okay. I'll get Twitter up, even though we're not really going to get any team leaks, but I'll pop it up anyway. For you. Okay. Alright. We're good to go. How are we all doing, ladies and gents? Right, do I think Saka will start? No, I don't. I think Arteta's comments were a lot more positive last week, and he didn't start. He wasn't even in the squad. So I do not think that he's going to... I don't think he's going to start, personally. They need him. I don't think he starts, though. I honestly don't think he starts. I really don't. I was about to put Son in and he ain't going to play. Yeah, dude, he's been transferred in by so many people this week. I feel really bad for him. I mean, it wasn't even that risky of a transfer, but yeah, the Son move is... I would have probably gone Son for Saka, but yeah, he's obviously out. So bring in Foden for 1 week or move straight to Salah or for free. Yeah, I mean, that's... I think what has happened, I think I'm just going to go straight to Salah. I honestly think... I think I'm going to be using 3 of my transfers. I've got 3 free transfers to use. And I think this is what I'm going to do. So I think I'm going to bring in Salah, bring in Raul Jimenez, because I have to, because I don't have the money. And then I can bring in a 4.5 mil defender, and I'm not sure if it's going to be Pinnock or 8 Nori. But I think I'm just going to use 3 transfers and just sort it all out. DCL Terrell, that's what I'll be doing. That's what I'll be doing this week if I decide to do that. Nabil with the 2 months. Hello, Matt, again. Good luck. Thank you, my man. Much appreciated, Nabil. Thank you for the 2 months of membership. Absolute legend. Thank you so much, my man. My opinion about Foden. Foden's good, yeah, but I mean, you only really want it for Southampton, don't you? And he should start, but there's still, like, no guarantee. Even with, like, Grealish and Doku out, he's still not, like, fully guaranteed to start. So, for me, it's just a little bit risky. But if he does start, Southampton at home is going to be an absolute cricket score. So, I don't mind Foden as an option. It's just, he does bring with him that little bit of risk. I think I should put Vardiol in and play a back 4 or bring Foden in. I mean, I'd prefer Foden just from the attacking threat, but I think Vardiol is definitely more likely to start. Son to Foden for a -4, no bench. I don't know if I do that because, I mean, even if you don't have a bench, but, like, if Son's fine next week, he's got, like, Ipswich and stuff coming up. I don't think he's, like, a must sell. Can you not, like, have you not got a better transfer to make and then just bench Son this week? Bench 1, Saka, Rodgers, DCL. Probably just Saka. I don't think Saka's going to start, personally. I really don't. Struggle playing Einar or Dunk. Einar or Dunk. Who's Brighton got? They've got Wolves at home, haven't they? I'd probably still play Einar. Our away form is ridiculous, and with a second best defense in the league, I'd probably just play Einar. Obviously, we do play tonight, which is why it's a Friday deadline. But I think I'd do that. Good evening, Moreno or Gabriel. I don't know. Like, I've currently got Gabriel bench, but that's probably going to change by the time the deadline rolls around. I'd probably just play Gabriel, to be fair. I don't know, man. Because Moreno, like I say, with the second best defense in the league, start Sells or Sanchez. I start Sells this week, I'd probably say. 8 Nori or Gabriel, no Raya. Also a tough one, man. Also a tough one. I think I'd just play... I'd probably just play Gabriel just because of that headed chance. To start Dunk or FaZe or Mazraoui. Dunk, FaZe or Mazraoui. I wouldn't... I think we'll score tonight. I don't think Leicester keep clean sheet tonight. CHO News. Yeah, I think you'll be fine. There's not really been a lot of updates about him. I think he'll be fine, but... Dude, Nabil, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. Jeez, man. Thank you so much, bro. My lord. Did not have to do that, man. Thank you so much for the 10 gifted memberships. You did just get a gifted membership from Nabil. Give a big old thank you in the chat. Thank you so much, man. Did not have to do that, bro. Thank you so much for the 10 gifted, dude. Insane. Insane, man. Thank you so much. Gifted memberships to Andre, Roy, Shinobi, Let's Talk Vinyl, John, Anmol, Bobby Joe, Raja, Vishva, and Jared as well. Thank you for the 10 gifted, man. Jeez, dude. Thank you so much. Saka to Foden. Yeah, I mean, Saka to Foden is what most people are going to be doing this week, I think. I'm going to go Salah, I think. Not that it's a... The only bad thing about bringing Salah this week is if I'll have Salah against potentially double Arsenal defence. And if I play Raul Jimenez, I'll have him against Mikalenko. So this week, even though I'm using 3 transfers this week, I think it's going to be a really bad week for me personally. Thank you so much for the 10 gifted though, man. Absolute legend. Thank you so much. Saka to Foden or Bren Johnson? I mean, Foden's ceiling's a lot higher this week than Johnson's. I don't think Liverpool will concede a goal from the corner. But anyways, cheers, mate, and good luck. Yeah, I mean, it all depends on if Saka plays as well, because he's their, like, set-piece taker on that corner, isn't he? So I personally don't think Saka's going to start. I mean, they're a depleted team, aren't they? Like, Calafiori's out. Obviously, Saliba's out. Saka might be out. Ødegaard's out. It's just a depleted team, innit? So, by Foden or Guardiola? Probably Foden over Guardiola. Collins or Veltman, which one is good? Probably Collins this week. Ipswich Home's a great fixture. Just been letting it ride since like week 2, but I'm up this week. Now I'm 1,112 placed. What, overall or in the league? Start Garnacho or Son on the off chance he plays? I'd probably just start Garnacho. I don't think Son plays. I mean, you can start Son. Yeah, no, to be fair, I'd just start Son. Yeah, and if he doesn't play, then Garnacho comes off the bench. That's probably what I'd do. KN, how you doing? Yeah, I'd go Collins this week, Felix. What do I think of Saka? I don't think he plays, personally. And if he does, I don't think he plays 90. Kovacic or Smith Rowe? Well, Smith Rowe got benched last week, didn't he? Or maybe the week before. I'd probably just go Smith Rowe. Oh, in the league. Okay, I was going to say. Any Welbeck update? Couldn't tell you, man. I don't think Welbeck has had an update, really. Like I said, I've got Twitter up just in case anything kind of, like, comes up. But like, we're not going to get any early team news, really. Let's be honest. So all we can really go off is, like, what they say in the press conferences and stuff. And a lot of the times in the press conference, they don't really give us any updates. So I was going to bench Saka and Gabriel, and you made my mind. Thanks a lot. Well, happy to help out, man. Dallo or Cucurella? Probably Cucurella. I mean, Newcastle don't look good going forward, do they? I'd probably just play Cucurella. I think his ceiling's a little bit higher. Yeah, like say Felix, Collins over Veltman this week. Will you play Aït-Nouri this game week if you transfer him in for Trent? I probably will. I don't know if it's either going to be Pinnock or Aït-Nouri, to be fair. So if I take a look at Pinnock's fixtures, he's got Ipswich this week, which is great. Fulham next week, which I wouldn't have to play him, because I could just play Milenkovic, Mikalenko, and Gabriel. And then he's got Bournemouth at home, which I'd play him in. And then he's got Everton away, Leicester at home. So not like the worst fixtures. But if I go to Aït-Nouri, he's got Palace and Southampton after Brighton. And then also Bournemouth coming up as well. I don't know. It's honestly... I mean, Aït-Nouri is a lot more attacking, but the fixture is just so much better for Aït-Nouri. So I think long term, I think Aït-Nouri is just the better option. Whereas if I bring in Pinnock, he's obviously got good fixtures, but they stop around game week 14. And then they're really bad. Whereas Wolves' fixtures are really good until, like, game week 18. So it gives you, like, 4 extra fixtures there, which you don't have to worry about. So I probably will go Aït-Nouri, and if I do bring him in, I'll probably play him, but... Who does better this week? Havertz or Trent? Have to downgrade one of them. Probably... Well, apparently Trent's got a little bit of an injury issue that he's been playing through, which is another reason why I think I'm just going to get rid of him. With Saka being injured, Trent carrying this small injury, and Calvert-Lewin not being able to score... I mean, Calvert-Lewin couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat, honestly. Like, he's just not scoring lately. Sell Saka and Luis Diaz and Trent by Foden and Palmer in a 4.5. What'd I pick? 4.5 in what position? In defense. Saka to Son, Haaland to Raul and McNeil to Salah. No, do not get rid of Haaland this week. He's got Southampton at home. It's the best fixture of the season for him. Do not get rid of him. What happened to your hand? I've sprained my wrist. Colin or Pinnock. Pinnock's got more of a goal threat. Don't you think Strand Larson deserves a start after he scored versus City and also DCL blank for the last couple of days? Yeah, no, I mean, I'll probably play Strand Larson. Because even though I'm going to transfer him Raul Jimenez, I think just because he's going to be playing Mikalenko, I'll probably just play Strand Larson this week. Would you cap Mbumo Palmer? Not this week. I think Haaland has to be the captain. I think he has to be the captaincy. Bench Son and play Vardy, or sell Son to Salah or Foden, as I have 4.4 mil in the bank, but that would be for a hit. I mean, Salah long-term is going to be good, isn't he? Because after Arsenal, he's got Brighton, Villa, and Southampton, which are 3 really good fixtures. And even against City, like, he loves scoring against City, so... Should I start Gabriel and Robertson or Robinson? Robinson and Dunk? Robinson's alright this week. You know, Everton away is not too bad. And then I'll probably play Gabriel as well, just because of the home fixture. Would you start this week, Delap or Semenyo? Delap or Semenyo? Probably Delap. Brentford can't seem to keep a clean sheet. We didn't get a deadline stream last week. No, I said I was away. I was busy last week, so I couldn't. Sell Saka and Luis Diaz and Trent by Foden and Palm for... Yeah, oh, defender? Yeah, I mean, 8 Nori, Pinnock, both good options for 4.5 mil defenders. But again, you're banned from football until you... No, yeah, you're right, Nabil, I am. I need it to heal. I need it to heal, man. You're completely correct. You're completely right. And Bruno Palmer, better captaincy. I don't think any captain's better than Haaland this week. If you go against Haaland, then fair play. You got balls of steel. But I am definitely going to captain Haaland. I mean, a lot of people are triple captaining this week. And I honestly don't know if I should do that either. Like, it's a good week to triple captain. It's a really good week to triple captain. A lot of you guys aren't, though, in the chat. 70% of you guys in the chat not voting for to triple captain this week. So, I don't know. I think it's a really good week. I think it's a really, really good week to triple captain. Sell Trent and Saka for 8 Nori and Palmer. Yeah, I don't mind that. I mean, a lot of people are going to be getting rid of Saka for Palmer this week. Your captain's Palmer, fair play, man. I mean, it's risky. It's risky, but... Which 3 defenders to start between Konza, Robinson, Robertson, Munoz, and Porro? I'll play Porro because Palace are washed at the moment. Probably play Robinson and then I'll probably play Konza as well. Bournemouth home. Yeah, I'll probably do that. Do it, triple captain. Triple captain. No, I think I'm gonna make my transfers like in about half an hour. I think 30 minutes into the stream. Who to start, Flecken or probably Flecken. Sell Havertz for Raul. It's not bad. It's not a bad shout at all. Raul Jimenez is just absolutely balling at the moment, isn't he? I know I'll transfer him in this week. He'll get injured. I know he will, and then I'm gonna have another issue. But I have to get rid of Calvert-Lewin, otherwise I can't bring in a 4.5 mil defender for Trent and then bring in Salah as well. But I'd be very happy with this team. I think it's pretty good. You know, if I bring in 8 Nori or Pinnock, whoever it's going to be, I'd be relatively happy with this team. I don't think it'd be too bad at all. Palmer, Salah, and Haaland in the team as well is very, very nice. And obviously, Palmer's like 10.9 now as well, so I got him for a little bit cheaper, which I'm absolutely happy with, because everyone's going to be bringing him in around Game Week 12. Because that fixture run, Game Week 12 onwards, that fixture run's ridiculous. Leicester, Southampton, Brentford, Everton, Fulham, Ipswich, Palace, Bournemouth, Wolves. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. He's going to be a must in so many people's teams. Any chance of getting double game weeks this season? I think there will be double game weeks. There's just a lot less this season. It's just all depends what that mystery chip is. I honestly think the mystery chip is just going to be you get to switch the captaincy in one game week. That's what I think it's going to be. So obviously if you have like Salah and Haaland and you captain Haaland and then he blanks, but then Salah goes and gets like 20 odd points, you can swap captaincy. That's what I think the chip's going to be, which I think could be a good chip. I think that'd be fine. Or maybe like your vice captain. You can switch to your vice captain, something like that. That's what I think the chip's going to be. Unlikely scenarios aside, Kevin Broad, etc. How likely would you say it is that we will have double game weeks this season? Well, I mean, it's usually to do with cup competitions and how far they get. But obviously, FA Cups a lot different this season, so... Amy, how you doing? Is Saka and Marcel? I already have Palmer, and I don't like anyone else in that price range. Is Saka and Marcel? already have Palmer, and don't like anyone. He's not a must-sell, but we don't know how long he's going to be out for. Like, if it is a hamstring injury, then he's obviously going to be out for a while. Like, he's not been pictured in training, has he? So, I mean, I did Saka to Palmer. Should I do Trent to Guardiola as well? Or is it Trent actually better? I did Saka to Palmer. Should I do Trent to Guardiola as well, or is Trent actually better? I mean, this week, Guardiola's much better, obviously. But long run, I mean, Trent's obviously got some pretty good fixtures coming up, like Brighton, Southampton, and Villa in the next 4. Would you start ESR or Semenyo? Probably start ESR this week. I rolled this week. Next week, I'm thinking of transferring out Munoz and Solanke for Kuna and 8 Nori. Yeah, not bad. I mean, Wolves fixtures after this week get really good, so That's why a lot of people are loading on loads of Wolves players. I also have Lewis. Hawked. You also have Lewis. Yeah, I mean, you probably don't need to double up on City defense then. They've not been great clean sheets wise, have they? They've only kept like 1 or 2 this season. Really don't want to sell Trent. No, I don't want to sell him either, but he is working with that. He's getting early subs because apparently he's like nursing this injury, so. Would you buy Worcester for Fraser for a -4? Probably not. Eze to Garnacho / Rashford for a -4. Eze to Garnacho, Rashford for a -4. Probably not. I mean, Eze should be on penalties and stuff, and I know that Palace aren't doing great at the moment, but start Raul or Larson. I mean, I'd probably start Raul, but if you have like an Everton defender, then I'd probably start Strand Larson, just to optimize the points potential. Is it looking like Welbeck isn't playing? I honestly don't know. I could not tell you. I could not tell you. It is... we're not going to get any early team leaks or anything, so we just have to go off what the manager has said. Let me have a look what did the Brighton manager say? Hang on, let me find him. Brighton. Eddie Howe. Bournemouth. Where is the Brighton manager? Ipswich. Fulham. I don't know where the Brighton manager is. I don't know what was his comments about Welbeck. Welbeck to Worcester. Mystery chip. Both the captain and vice captain get double points. Unlimited budget, free hit or no defense. 11 midfield attackers. Which would you choose? I think captain and vice captain is quite fun. That's quite a fun chip, to be fair. I think it's going to be captaincy swap, but that would actually be really fun. That'd be wild. In a double game week, that'd actually be insane. But that's why a lot of people are triple captaining this week, because obviously we don't know what the mystery chip is. So obviously you'd want to like maybe bench boost in a double, free hit in a double maybe, and obviously this mystery chip will probably be better in a double as well. So is Kuna on pens? I'm thinking who's a better option between Kuna and Strand Larson. I think so. I mean, it was Hwang last season. But obviously he's injured at the moment, so it could be Kuna, it could be Strand Larson. I really don't know. I really couldn't tell you. I assume it'd be Kuna, but Saka to Foden for free or Saka to Palmer and Trent to Gvardiol for a -4. Wildcard game week 12. I quite like the second option, to be fair. Gvardiol and Palmer coming in. Who's to captain? Foden, Palmer, or Watkins? Foden, Palmer, or Watkins? Do you not have Haaland? Tuning in from the holidays in Gran Canaria. Hope you're having a fantastic time. Welbeck to Worcester. I mean, I think the best budget striker at the moment is Raul Jimenez. I think his numbers are so good. Like every single game he started, he's returned. So, which is making me want to play him against Mikalenko, but it just kind of ruins the points potential. Like he started in game week 4, goal, assist, goal. Like those numbers are ridiculous. Smith Rowe, Rogers, Wood, Calvert-Lewin, bench 1. I'd just bench Smith Rowe out of those. Saka and Gabriel to Salah and yeah, I don't mind it, Rach. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. I think I'm going to be bringing in... I think I'll probably bring in 8 Nori this week, to be fair. I think I'm going to go 8 Nori over Pinnock. It's just kind of killing me to lose my 3 free transfers. Like, I can do this for no hits. Like, bringing in 3 players for no hit is kind of wild. But obviously, going back to 0 transfers is a bit annoying. But I feel like after this, I shouldn't have to use a transfer for a while. Because apart from my Arsenal players, there's a lot of green fixtures on that team. So I shouldn't have to play one in a while. But I don't know, man. It's a tough one. It's a tough one losing 3 transfers like that. Would you do DCL to Jimenez if you didn't need the extra money? No. I wouldn't. If like I'm 0.1 off this. I think. Yeah, I'm 0.1 off this if I have Calvert-Lewin, which is really annoying. Like I could have done it just with. If I went for 8 Nori last night, I would have had enough. But he got a price rise last night, so I'm just 0.1 off this if I keep Calvert-Lewin, which I would have done because it would have saved a free transfer. But to be fair, Jimenez I feel like is a better option than Calvert-Lewin anyway. I know Calvert-Lewin will score this weekend because I've got rid of him, but. Vandenberg and Salah in and save the transfer. Yeah, I mean, I could do that, but Brentford, I mean, longer term, Wolves have just got much better fixtures than Brentford, and they haven't kept a clean sheet all season. I just don't think the Brentford defense is as good as people are making it out to be. Sell Gabriel or Trent to afford Salah. I mean, if you can get to Salah without selling Trent, then I'd probably keep Trent. No, I don't have Haaland in my rank 15k. I need to survive this game week. Please help to choose between Foden and Palmer and Watkins. I mean, I'd probably just go Foden because he's still playing Southampton, isn't he? Salah a good captain this week because of how depleted Arsenal are. Trying to different by making Salah my captain, but I also can't ignore the fact that Haaland and Southampton at home. I think it's just one of those weeks you just don't go bold. I don't think you go against the flock. I think you just have to go for him this week. Start one of Traore, Rodgers, or Garnacho. Rodgers. Hope all is well. Nice to see you back at a deadline. Appreciate the discussion insight. Yeah, like I say, I was busy last weekend, so I couldn't make... I did say it in the video, but I think obviously a lot of people didn't see it. But yeah, it's yeah, I'll only miss him if I'm like generally like fully busy. Should I sell ESR to get Brennan Johnson? Yeah, I don't mind that. I mean... to be fair, with Sun out as well, Solanke should be on penalties. I know you didn't just ask about Solanke, but if you do own Solanke, he should be on penalties this week. Saka to Salah or Saka to Foden and Porro to 8 Nori. I prefer Salah long term than Foden. Like, Foden's probably better this week, but after that, they've got Brighton, Villa, and Southampton, and 2 of those are home fixtures. Would you play Raul or McNeil or play the 2-5 or the 3-4? I'd... McNeil or Raul? I'd probably play McNeil, to be fair. Then again, Raul... I mean, yeah, I'd probably play McNeil. Like, he's been playing really well lately, and Everton have actually been decent. Ready to get rid of Lewis after Southampton. Game for 8 Nori. Was gambling on the price rise. I haven't got around to watching yet, but will. Do you think Maddison will start? Bought him last week. Maddison should start, yeah. Hey, man, my 5 defenders are Vandenberg, Trent, Robbo, Gabriel, and Dunn. Which 3 would you pick? Probably play Trent... Gabriel and probably Vandenberg, maybe. I mean, for a lot of people, the perfect scenario is a 0-0 with Arsenal and Liverpool. But I really don't want it to be 0-0. That'd be such a boring game. It's going to be such a good game. So, sell Saka to Foden for a -4. I mean, I don't mind it, but like how... I mean, the next 4 fixtures aren't the best for City, really. Like, I mean, Bournemouth, Brighton are both away. Spurs at home, who's their bogey team. Then they've got Liverpool away. So I don't see the value in, like, getting loads and loads of City players in. But is this what you're doing? I think this will be what I'm doing, yeah. So my transfers this week are going to be Trent out, Saka out, and Calvert-Lewin out for 8 Nori, Salah, and Jimenez. I think that's what I'm going to do. I was umming and ahhing about going 8 Nori or Pinnock, but I think longer term, 8 Nori is just the better option, so... love your content and your non-template transfers. Keep going, brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, no, it's hard to win sometimes because some people, if you go against a template, people will be like, why are you going against it? If you do go against template, people are like, oh, you just template. So it's a lose-lose situation. But yeah, I mean, my team is very different to a lot of people, I think, especially after this as well. Not a lot of people have Haaland, Salah, and Palmer, so I think it's going to be nice owning those 3. I like it actually a lot. Yeah, I mean, the defense obviously isn't the best. Like, the Greaves injury is a little bit annoying. But I don't like, he's just gonna be bench fodder anyway, so like I wouldn't play him this week. I probably would have played him against Leicester maybe next week. Actually, probably wouldn't have. Never mind. Am I using my triple captain as? I don't think so. But I don't mind it. If you are, I completely understand why. Like, it's a really good week to do it. But I think if De Bruyne was back, I think I'd definitely do it. It's just the fact that they don't have Rodri and De Bruyne, so kind of the spine's gone. So that's the only reason I'm probably not going to do it. DCL to Wisser on 1 free transfer. I'd probably rather go Raul than Wisser, honestly. I think longer term... Well, I don't know, actually. Wisser is still longer term Wisser. No, I don't mind the Wisser shout, to be fair. Bench 1 of Lewis, Gabriel, Trent, and Vandenberg. I mean, Lewis has got Southampton, so you have to play him. I'd probably play Trent... Probably just play Trent, Gabriel, and Lewis, to be fair. Like, Vandenberg obviously has Ipswich at home, but they haven't kept a clean sheet all season, you know, and Ipswich can easily score against them. I'm hoping for an Mbumo special in 2 minutes at the start of the game, but... Also, bench 1 of Garnacho or Traore, currently on Garnacho. Who have United got? It's an alright fixture, isn't it? They've got West Ham away. Probably just play Garnacho in that fixture, to be fair. Probably just play Garnacho in that fixture. Any worries about Rodgers getting a rest because he's playing 90 in Champions League and Prem? I don't think he's going to get rested, no. He's young, man. He's got that energy, bro. He's fine. He's fine. Would you start thinking about changing Raya? I've had him for a while now without a lot of returns. I can't ignore the money tied up in him. Yeah, I mean, it is a conversation to have, but it's just like, who do you bring in for him? Like, who would you go for if you didn't have Raya? I know the fixtures aren't great, but I think this is the worst spell right now. And then after this, these are all the hardest fixtures, really. You know, they've had City, they've got Liverpool coming up, they've got Chelsea coming up. Like, after this, it's not too bad, so. Foden or Johnson long term? Probably Johnson. But Foden's much better this week. I got Salah, Palmer, and Bumo, Johnson, and McNeil, then Raul, Haaland, and Wood. Who would you play this week? Wow. Probably bench Raul. I don't know. Yeah, probably. And Bumo to Palmer. Can you not get to Palmer any other way? Because in Bumo, you don't really want to be selling before Ipswich at home. Thinking of doing Saka and Solanke to Salah and Raul, but then I'll have Dibbling and a non-playing forward, meaning that I'll have to play 4 defenders. What do you think? It's not the worst case scenario, playing 4 defenders. I always just like playing 3, though, because there's just so much more points that you can get from an attacker. But it's not the worst thing in the world. Forest Masterclass this evening, I guess. What a weird time to be alive. Mate, hopefully. Look, we're all right this season. We're all right this season. Second best defense in the league. Currently sitting 8th place. It's a big derby, but our away form is really, really good. You know, we beat Liverpool. We drew with Chelsea away. Our away form is really, really good. And the second best defense in the league. I think that we should win tonight. We should win tonight. And if that can be through a Milenkovic 90+4 header, 1-0, then I'm absolutely loving life. Great start to the weekend. Best captaincy after Haaland and Foden. Probably Palmer, I'd say. Probably Palmer this week. Wood or Garnacho? Wood. On penalties. Then why are you neglecting Wood? I don't have the money for him. I can't get to him. He's like 6.3. I don't have the money for him. But Wood's great. He's a great option this season. Look, I'm gonna say it. I've not been his biggest fan. Since he joined Forest, I was just like, oh god. But no, fair play this season, he's absolutely smashed it. He's literally only under like Haaland and Palmer. Like, it's ridiculous. I can't believe it. Thanks for the advice, mate. Really appreciate it. Keep up the good work. Your good work doesn't go unnoticed. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Start Semenyo or probably Semenyo this week. Like, Villa have just played Champions League, so there will be a little bit wear and tear. Triple captain Haaland. It's a good shout. It is a really good shout. Like I say, I'd probably do it this week if they had De Bruyne and Rodri. I know they're not going to have Rodri all season, but I'd probably rather do it. I don't know. It's one of the best fixtures this season. It really is. I might play it against Leicester at home, though, maybe. Whenever that is. I don't know when that is. Is it quite far away? When's Leicester at home? Leicester away. Leicester at home is game week 30, so that's obviously going to be a really good triple captaincy shout as well. Oh my god, City's run at the end of the season is wild. Jeez. Yeah, I'd probably do maybe Leicester at home. I don't know, because I just feel like I need De Bruyne there. Strand Larson or McNeil. I'd probably play McNeil this week over Strand Larson. I don't know, I feel bad. I'm just kind of like not playing. Like, Strand Larson's been on my bench since my wild card in game week 6, whatever it was. And he's been doing numbers every week. And this might be the last week that I could play him this week. I don't know. My bench is horrible. Greaves and Stewart. Yeah, it's the Greaves injury is really annoying because obviously it happened after the deadline, and there's nothing you can do about it. You can't foresee a pulled hammy in training or whatever it is. Could you sell me on Palmer? I'm not very confident on him against Newcastle. Wondering if I have to sell Saka this week. Well, he was the top point scorer last season. No other since his first start in Chelsea. He's not. No one else has scored more points than him. On penalties, the talisman. Chelsea are scoring a lot of goals this season. Newcastle look very leaky. They have just lost to... Who did they just lose to? They just lost a game they shouldn't have lost, right? Yeah, I mean, they lost to Brighton away. So, I mean, Brighton at home, should I say. I don't know. I don't think Newcastle are all that this season. I think Palmer can do bits. I think Newcastle's a good fixture for Palmer, especially at home. And he's just had that rest as well. He didn't play midweek, so... I don't think I'm going to triple captain this week, no. Been waiting for this live all day, long before making any transfers, man. Hey, appreciate that, man. What are your transfers you're thinking of making? Oh, Saka to Palmer, cool or not? Yeah, that's absolutely fine transfer, man. I think Palmer will do well this week. I think he'll do well this week. He'd be my captain. If Haaland didn't have Southampton this week, I think I'd captain Palmer this week. Prediction for Spurs versus Palace? I'm a Spurs fan. Oh, I think you'll smash him. I honestly think it'll be like 3-0. Palace just aren't. I don't know what's going on at Palace, man. After the end of last season, I thought they were going to honestly hit the ground running this season, but they really haven't. I think Forest and Fulham are like the two kind of dark horses of the Prem this season, really are. Because both are playing really, really well. Monkey Man, how you doing? Diaz to Foden or Johnson? I mean, Foden's the best option this week, but Johnson's probably better longer term. I mean, Foden should start this week. There's no reason why he shouldn't, but it's always that worry. Appreciate that. Let's do this now. Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. Make sure to like the stream as well, guys, if you haven't already. It does really help out. And, of course, subscribe if you're brand new. We do go live with these deadline streams every week. So if you want to come back for more, make sure to subscribe. Personally, I think there is a small to fair chance Haaland will be rested against Southampton. He has played every game for quite a while, and City will win against Southampton no matter who plays. There is always that chance, but with the injuries they've got, like, who they're really going to play up top, you know, they've got, obviously, Doku's out, Grealish is out, De Bruyne is out, Rodri's out. They don't really have anyone, like, obviously, Alvarez isn't there anymore. I'm trying to think who else they'd really play instead. They'd have to do, like, a false 9 or something like that. Maybe Gundogan or something like that. But I just don't think, I don't know. I feel like they'll probably start him. He'll score a hat-trick, and then they'll take him off on, like, the 30th minute. Because he'll score a hat-trick by then. That's probably what's going to happen. Newcastle conceded more than one goal only once this season. Yeah, but always a first. There's always a chance, man. I don't know. Like, if you don't want to play Palmer, you don't have to. But I just think he's going to do really well this season. Haaland is blank for the last 3 game weeks. No shots last game week. Yeah, but then he just scored, what, a brace in the Champions League midweek? I think if he didn't score that brace, though, there'd be a lot of like eyebrows being raised. Definitely a lot of triple captaincies would not be playing this. Would be not being played this week. Pep said Haaland will be rested in the cup. Oh, there you go then. Winks to Kulusevski for a -4. I don't mind that. Yeah, Kulusevski should be fine. I mean, Palace is a good fixture. I think Bournemouth has been a dark horse this season. Yeah, no, I mean they've been really good going forward. They really have. They really have. But I mean, Villa have just had Champions League football not too long ago as well. So don't know. Maybe that'll play into it a little bit. But I still think like Watkins, Rodgers, all the main guys will start, but they might just come off early. Start Eze or Robinson? Probably Eze. You always start a penalty taker. Like with Mateta being benched, Eze is always going to take the penalties. So. Last time I didn't listen to you about Palmer, he went on and got a 25-pointer, so I don't know, man, FPL is frustrating. Well, I mean, that's just an anomaly. That's not going to happen every week. Like, I went Palmer on my wild card just because I think he's one of the best options in FPL this season. And, look, he's not getting 25 points every week. That's just, like, you can't feel bad about that. That was just, obviously, very lucky. But at the end of the day, that's kind of the swings you need. Lovely Lamp coming through with a gifted membership. Thank you very much, Lamp. Thank you for the gifted membership. Really do appreciate gifting it to Let's Do This Now. Thank you so much for the gifted membership. I really appreciate that. Very generous of you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Did not have to do that. Thank you so much. Is Diaz and Saka to Johnson and Palmer a good move? Also start Konate or Gabriel? I start Gabriel over Konate because of the goal threat. And then, yeah, Saka to Johnson to... Diaz and Saka to Johnson and Palmer is a fine move, I think. Absolutely fine with that. Thank you, though, lovely Lamp. I appreciate that gifted membership. Thank you very much. Is Foden going to play? I mean, he should, but there's no guarantee. There's honestly no guarantee. I don't know what's going on with Foden. Like, he's just won Player of the Year in the Prem, and now he's just barely getting a start. So, like, his minutes have been absolutely woeful. What do you think? Which is the best midfielder option for United, Bruno or Garnacho? Can Garnacho be benched by Amado Diaz, who get benched by Gakpo? Lovely content, good looking FPL. Honestly, if it's me, like, I don't know how Garnacho is getting benched every week. For me, he's probably one of their best players at the moment. I don't know how he's getting benched. I think he's I mean, what's his minutes been like? Hang on, I've not even checked. I know he was getting benched a lot at the start of the season. What's it been? What's it been like lately? So, I mean, to be fair, he started the last 4. I think Garnacho is fine now. For me, he's a lot cheaper than Bruno as well. He's only 6.2 mil. So I prefer Garnacho personally. When is the next FPL cartel meal? I don't know, man. I wouldn't know. I kept Saka last week. I'm not part of it. You can see right there I've got Saka. I'm not part of the cartel, bro. Couldn't tell you, man. Couldn't tell you. I don't have that inside knowledge. Am I going to triple captain? I don't think so. I think if De Bruyne was playing, I probably would, but he's already been said he's out. I've got Lewis, Digne, and Robinson as my 3 defenders, 2 frees, and 2 mil in the bank. Debating replacing Robinson for 8 Nori, but do I need to do it? A transfer for the sake of it? Yeah, I think you just roll this week. I don't think you need to do it. Would you play him this week? If you play him this week, then maybe, but next week I think is the week that you really target the Wolves players, because they've got Palace and Southampton both at home back-to-back. Well, you'd think they'd win both of those games, really. Wolves haven't been as bad as people are making them out to be. They've had a really tough run at the start of the season. And now they've got like a sea of green fixtures. And the only reason I'm bringing 8 Nori in this week is because I have to. But if you don't have to, then I think you can skip one more week for sure. Starting Eze over Havertz, good. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I don't know who's going to be on penalties with both Saka and Ødegaard out. Probably Havertz, to be fair, actually. Milenkovic or Mikalenko? Probably Milenkovic this week. Solanke to Kuna, Delap, or to Wissa. I don't think you need to do that this week. I don't think you need to get rid of Solanke this week. He should be on penalties if Son's out. And, they're playing Palace, so. I feel like the biggest difference between the FPL season and the previous is that this year it's mainly about the strikers, not the midfield. I mean, it's not only that as well. It's the fact that you can't have everyone. Like last season, you could have Salah, Haaland, Palmer, Saka, and a really good defense as well. This season, they're all so expensive. You can't have everyone. I'm going to have Salah, Palmer, and Haaland, but I'm missing Saka and Son and Foden. And I don't have Trent now as well. So, you can't have it. And I think that's what's making it so much more difficult as well. You have to know when to, jump on these players and stuff. Have you locked in your transfers? No, not yet. But I'm pretty sure this is what I'm going to do. So this is what my current team's looking like. If I rolled, this is what it looked like. So yeah, I think I'm just going to pull the trigger in a minute. Because I'm kind of convinced this is what I'm going to do. I don't know why I wouldn't. It's the only annoying thing about this week is the fact that I've got a lot of my attackers playing defenders. So it's not going to be a high-scoring week, unfortunately. But I've just kind of come to peace with that, and then next week is hopefully I'm expecting a red arrow this week. Even though I'm using 3 transfers, I'm still kind of expecting a red arrow. Okay, to roll a transfer, I've got Saka, Rodgers available on the bench. I mean, I'd probably play Rodgers. How come you're not playing Rodgers? There's so many amazing cheap players this season, though. Yeah, the budget strikers are really helping out, and obviously players like Rodgers. Next season, Rodgers is going to be 7 mil. Mbumo is probably going to be 8 mil. It's one of those. I'm at 328th place. Would you advise attacking or stay still? I don't think you need to attack right now, man. I think this is a week you just play it safe. Captain Haaland, and then that's it. Jobs are good. Thanks for your opinion. I just don't want to get trapped. I bought Diaz, he got benched. I bought Foden, he got benched. But if I buy Garnacho instead of Bruno, I can have Palmer in Game Week 12 winks out. There you go. Yeah, I think Palmer and Garnacho is much better than Bruno and whoever else you're going to have. Why didn't you keep Calvert-Lewin? I didn't have the money. I haven't made my transfers yet, but I'm 0.1 off being able to keep Calvert-Lewin. I have to make this transfer to bring in Salah and 8 Nori. I guess Saka either starts or he will be benched. Yeah, I mean, if he's benched, though, he'll probably come on for 30 minutes. You did Saka to Foden? Yeah, Saka to Foden's fine. I think Foden should start. I don't see why I wouldn't. But you never know. There's always that chance. I'm just very surprised at the Son move, because obviously so many people bought Son in this week. So many people brought him in. It's actually a little bit it's crazy, man. This is why you don't make early transfers, because it can happen. And look, it's happened to me before, and it's kind of been I made so many early transfers at the start of the season. I think for the first 3 weeks I made an early transfer to dodge price drops and stuff like that. But will I buy Saka back in Game Week 12? Potentially. Depends, man. Depends what, like, the Salah situation is. Thoughts on playing Mikolenko or Dallo? I already have Bowen. I just play Mikolenko then. Because if you play Bowen and Dallo, obviously, if Dallo does well, Bowen probably won't. If Bowen does well, Dallo is probably not going to, so. Bench Gabriel or Konate? Wait, actually, sell Gabriel. I'd probably play Gabriel over Konate this week. He's got more of a goal threat. I have Guardiola, Lewis, and Aina starting, but I feel like Robinson could get points, and he's on my bench. What do you think? But who does he get in over any of those, though? Like, Guardiola and Lewis, you kind of have to play against Southampton at home. And then Aina, who's got Leicester away, is a better fixture and a better defence. Saka for Foden's a fine, yeah, fine transfer. Captain and Mbeumo or Palmer? I mean, do you not have Haaland? Like, if you don't have Haaland, I'd probably go Palmer, but I mean, Mbeumo is still a very good, a very, very good shout. Transfer Saka out or keep or take Johnson or Foden in? I mean, I'd probably just get rid of Saka this week, to be fair. You really don't rate Strand Larson if you have him as a second sub over Gabriel. It's because I can't. Yeah, no, this isn't my final team. This is literally like I'm gonna be changing this. Like I don't think I'm gonna be benching Gabriel and stuff. This is all gonna get changed. This is just a placeholder because I've not made my transfers. I'm making 3 transfers, so. Triple captain and Mbeumo, that is a very, very rogue decision. Could work out, though. Could work out. I don't mind it, but no Haaland went big in midfield. It could be a scary week, though. Could be a scary week without Haaland. Choose one of Johnson, Maddison, or McNeil. Probably Maddison. Triple captain Haaland is fine this week. Honestly, it's a good shout. I'm not doing it because I want like De Bruyne to be in the squad. I feel like no one talks about Watkins. It's just because he's so expensive. Like, Watkins is one of the best strikers in the league, but he's just so expensive. And he's not on penalties. That's the thing. If it was on penalties, I think he'd be more so in the conversation, but... Should I vice captain and Palmer or Mbeumo? I mean, both are good shouts. I've gone for Palmer, but they're both really good shouts. My 3 transfers are Trent out, Saka out, and Calvert-Lewin out for 8 Nori, Salah, and Raul Jimenez. Is it normal to bench Trent and play Konza, Mikolenko, and Gvardiol? It's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, it's a tough fixture. As well as that, like, Trent has got apparently some sort of, like, small injury, which is why he's been getting benched. Which is why he's been coming off early and stuff. How long will I keep Raya? I think I'm just going to keep him for the rest of the season. I don't think I'm going to get rid of him. I don't have to get rid of him. Like, after these next 3 fixtures, it's fine. I bench Gabriel for Nori because I have Raya in goal. Yeah, I mean, double Arsenal defense isn't ideal this week when I've got Salah. Yeah, I might just play Mikolenko, 8 Nori, Milenkovic, and then... I don't know, because I feel like Gabriel can still score a header and stuff, and that's the thing. But double Arsenal defense? I mean, do I think 8 Nori is going to keep a clean sheet? Probably not. So maybe I play Gabriel. I don't know, it's a tough one. Would you sell Haaland for Salah in a couple of weeks if you didn't have both, or is Haaland necessary for you? I think if you're going to sell Haaland, probably after this week might be around the best time. But because, like, how many times are you going to captain him, really? Like, game week 11, no, game week 10, Salah's probably the best captaincy. Game week 11, I mean, probably Salah again, really. And then game week 12, Salah or Palmer. And then game week 13, probably Palmer. Like, I'm not going to captain Haaland over the next four weeks. So I think if you're going to get rid of him, it's going to be now. But Calvert-Lewin out for Raul. That's what I'm doing this week, yeah. Who should I play between Gabriel, Trent, and Konza? I probably prefer Trent to all of those this week, but I don't think either of them keep a clean sheet. I think both Arsenal and Liverpool concede this week. I do. The best perfect situation for me would be Gabriel scores a bullet header, Salah gets a penalty, gets saved, but then scores a rebound, and then scores like another goal as well. That'd be the most perfect situation. What do you think of Sells and Aina have a Forest defence? They are the second defence in the league. Second best defence in the league. I probably wouldn't double up on them, but I think one Forest defender is absolutely fine. Second best defence in the league. Like, if that was like Arsenal, you'd be like, obviously you'd have like you'd be like doubling up on that. But I don't know. Forest, I think, is fine to have one defender from. We don't score a lot of goals. We've just got pure Nuno ball. That's all. We don't score a lot of goals, but we keep the ball out of the back of the net. Gabriel or Mikolenko? Probably Gabriel. I think Mikolenko concedes this week. For bringing Palmer over Saka, who do I bench in between McNeil, Madders, Rogers, Wood? Feel like they're all good. That's my issue with doing the switch. Yeah, no, that is a tough one. I think I'd... Well, you got to play your penalty taker, which is Wood. So he's got to start. And then Rogers, Madders, or McNeil. Probably Madders, who's got Palace, and then McNeil or Rogers. Probably... I don't know, because they're both home fixtures. I'd probably go Rogers just because he's playing in the better squad. But then he has just played in the Champions League, so he might get an early sub. So maybe you play McNeil. What do you think of going Saka to Brennan Johnson and then getting Saka back in Game Week 12? I don't mind it. It's not terrible. I figure I'll continue to let it ride this season. Vididi or -4 for Savinho. I don't like a -4 for Savinho at all. Savinho. Gabriel or Semenyo as first sub. Probably Semenyo. Always the attacker. Semenyo is a great player as well, man. If he was on penalties, it'd be absolutely wild. Like, it'd be such a huge option. Greatest dream, should I bench Barnes or Semenyo? I'd probably bench Barnes. Probably play Semenyo this week. Season just gonna be a learning experience. Nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Havertz to Raul or save the free transfer. We'll do it next week. Yeah, I mean, you probably just do it this week, to be fair. I think Raul Jimenez is probably a better option than Havertz this week. Could not tell you, Dan. Could not tell you. Well, let's just see if there's any early... I don't think there will be any early team leaks, but if there is, just for Milenkovic. And obviously Chris Wood as well. And Aina, because I think they're the Forest players that most people have got. No, nothing. Right, I might click this and sort my team out. I'm going to do it. Going to make my transfers. So, 8 Nori in, Salah in, Raul Jimenez in. Am I going to do it? 3 transfers. Oh, it feels so ugh. Feels so ugh. So, Trent out, Saka out, Calvert-Lewin out for 8 Nori, Salah, and Raul Jimenez. Oh. Confirm. We're locked in. Right, now I need to sort my team out. Now I need to sort the team out. Hang on, what, any more questions? No more questions. All right. So who do I bench? Let me think about this. Right, so I have... Start Einer or Lewis. I'm already covering Forest with Sells and don't have any other... Oh, no, I play... Yeah, you play Lewis over... Play Lewis over Einer. 8 Nori or Milenkovic. I think I prefer Milenkovic as an option this week. Right. Do I play double Arsenal defense? Even though I've got Salah. I don't think I do, you know. But I don't think 8 Nori is going to keep a clean sheet. This is such a bad back line. Like, not a bad back line, but it's like, I can't believe this is the back line I might be playing this week. Because I've got Raul playing against Mikolenko. And I've got Salah playing against Raya. Tempted on Mbumo triple captain. It's not a terrible shout, but I just think if you got Haaland, I think that's just the way you go. See, if I play Strand Larson over Raul Jimenez, but he's on penalties though. You can't bench a penalty taker. You just can't bench a penalty taker. Maybe I'll do that. Because then I don't have Raul playing. Yeah, maybe I'll just do that. I think I'll just do that. Because... Oh, no Haaland this season for you. Oh, fair play. Then, yeah, Mbumo could be a shout. Bench Konza or Dunk? Dunk, probably. Probably play Konza this week. I think I just do this. I think I just do that. Play Gabriel. Double Arsenal defense is ugh, but... I'm on my wild card and have Einer. I can only afford Sells or Flecken in goal. Who would you recommend in terms of the next few fixtures? Probably Flecken, just because he's got Ipswich and he's got some nice fixtures till like game week 12, hasn't he? And I don't think you need to double up on a Forest defense. More people are playing their triple captaincy this week though, which is kind of interesting. Very, very interesting. Bench one of Trent, Aït-Nouri, Lewis, Mikalenko. Probably bench Aït-Nouri. Oof, Heath. Big oofed. Awesome. Thanks, man. Triple captaining. This week. Not lie. I like this channel, bro. Great alternative approach. FPL free zone. Yeah, don't worry, man. You don't have to pay for this. Appreciate that, though, man. Is Son out? Very likely, yeah. Very likely out. I'm sorry if you answered this, but what would you do? Son to Foden for -4 if your bench option was Dibbling? I mean, Dibbling's not got the worst. It's not the worst fixture because Brentford haven't kept a clean sheet all season. I honestly don't mind the Dibbling shout this week. I really don't. I really don't mind it. But Son, because how long do you really want Foden for as well? And Son might be back next week. And if Son's back next week, then you're going to keep him for a bit because I've got Ipswich at home coming up, stuff like that. So you're transferring Son out for who? I think best Son replacements are probably Palmer, maybe. I'd probably say Palmer's the best replacement. Because, like, Foden's good, but he's only good for this week, isn't he? So if you have, like, 3 transfers to spare and you can... But that's just the thing. If Son's fine after this week, he's going to be... he's got some really nice fixtures. Dibbling plays City, but yeah, the idea is to keep Son until game week 12. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I was thinking Delap. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, that does change things. Sorry, that's my bad. I was thinking Delap. Dibbling, yeah, okay, that does change things a little bit. Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay, that is a little bit more difficult. Maybe I would do it then. Colwell or Aït-Nouri? Probably Aït-Nouri this week. I think Chelsea concede. But I think Aït-Nouri's obviously got that attacking potential. Because Aït-Nouri can literally play as a left winger at times. I've got a benching decision who to start out of Konza or Vandenberg. They both got home fixtures. Probably Vandenberg. I don't know, because... Yeah, probably. I mean, the thing about Villa is they have just played a Champions League game, so they are going to be a little bit tired and stuff. I brought Son in for Saka before the news. Do you have any suggestions of a replacement? I mean, if you can get to Palmer, he's probably the best replacement, I'd say. Captain Palmer or Mbumo? I prefer Palmer this week, but honestly, they're both good shouts. I mean, Haaland's the best shout, obviously, but... Can't decide between playing Trent, Gabriel, Robinson, and Dunk. Probably just Trent, Gabriel, and Robinson, to be fair. Just got Son for Saka as my only free transfer, and what now? Semenyo from the bench, or get Foden or McNeil for a -4. I think I just play Semenyo this week, honestly. Thanks, mate. I like your content, and I rate you as an FPL manager too. Thank you, man. Diaz to Salah, -4 or leave until next week. Is Diaz going to start? I don't think he started. Who started in the Champions League for them? Did Gakpo or Diaz start? If Diaz didn't start in the Champions League, then I'd probably just play him. Who should I start? Goalkeepers, Flecken, Lewis, Vanden. So, bench 3 out of those. Probably Justin, Robinson, and probably Buonate, I'd say. What do you think of this backline for this weekend? Vardy, Collins, Mazraoui got 0.5 and 2 free transfers. Roll, or do I need to get defender? Have Saliba, Greaves on the bench. I think that defense is fine. I think you just roll. I don't think that defense is a problem at all. And that's absolutely fine. Start Robinson or Aït-Nouri? I'd probably start Aït-Nouri. I think Robinson... I know they're both very attacking, but... I just start Aït-Nouri this week. Between Konza, FaZe, Trent, and Gabriel, which would you start? I'd probably start Konza, Trent, and Gabriel. Like, there's always that chance it is a 0-0. And if that's the case, then defense is going to be doing bits, but... Sorry, mate, stream lagged. What did you say if you saw my comment? I said bench. I'd probably bench Justin, Robinson, and Buonate. By Lewis or 8 Nori. Longer term, 8 Nori is better at this point. I think the Lewis train's kind of gone. I think after Southampton, they've got 2 away fixtures, Spurs, and then Liverpool away. So, start 2, please. Robinson, Konza, Dunk, Aina. I start Aina and Konza. Calvert to Wood or Raul. I mean, the Fulham fixtures are probably better than Forest's in the immediate future, so I'll probably go Raul. But Wood is literally just behind Palmer and Haaland this season. Got 7 mil to spend on a defender. Who should I get? I don't know. I mean, probably Trent. Because I mean, for this week, City defense is really good, but you don't really want them after this week. Whereas Trent's going to have Brighton, Villa, and Southampton coming up. You rolling this week? No, I've just used 3 transfers. I had 3 transfers, and I've just used them all. I brought in 8 Nori, Salah, and Raul Jimenez for Trent, Saka, and Calvert-Lewin. Any team news? I don't think we're going to get any team news. It's just Forest Leicester, isn't it? And like Wood's obviously going to play, and Milenkovic and Ina's going to play. So apart from that, like, you don't really need to know anything else, do you? It's one of those, like, it's one of those game weeks where it's, you know, if there's anything that happens after the, because this is the problem with Friday deadlines, man. Thanks for your replies. Thank you, Ricky. Konate or Gabriel? I'd play Gabriel over Konate. Start Keane or Vandenberg? I mean, it depends if Branthwaite's back. If Branthwaite is back, I don't know if Sean Dyche said if he's fit or not. Keane loses his spot. The only reason Keane's been playing is because Branthwaite's not been fit. So I'll probably just play Vandenberg this week. I don't know, though. Forest are the second best defense in the league, Casey, so... And our away form is really, really good. Like, I don't... Maybe we don't keep a clean sheet tonight, but... DCL or Semenyo? Probably DCL just because he's on penalties and he's got the better fixture. Thoughts on switching Dallo to Dunk? Already planning on getting 8 Nori? I think Dallo is fine. They've got some nice fixtures coming up, don't they? You think DCL to Raul is worth a -4? No, definitely not a -4. I mean, I would have kept Calvert-Lewin this week. The only reason I had to get rid of him was because I didn't have the money to do Trent and Saka to 8 Nori and Salah. I was 0.1 off, so I had to get rid of Calvert-Lewin to Raul to get that 0.2, so I could do it. If I'd done the transfer last night, then I would have been fine. But I mean, Calvert-Lewin's been awful anyway. He's been terrible, so I don't mind getting rid of him. And I didn't really like owning 3 Everton players either. So Raul or Wissa? Probably Raul. He's going to be on penalties, isn't he? Oh, because his 3 blanks are scaring me. Yeah, but I don't think he's like an immediate sell, though. They've still got Fulham and Southampton and West Ham coming up, which are not bad fixtures. I probably wouldn't do that in M. I'd definitely play Eze this week just because he's got penalties. You think Spurs keep a clean sheet away at Palace? Away from home, they've conceded 6. I don't think they do. No, I don't think they do keep a clean sheet. But I'd still be playing my... I'd definitely be playing my Spurs attackers, but I don't think they keep a clean sheet, no. Not being able to keep DCL might be a blessing in disguise, bro. It could be. I mean, I know he's going to score this week. I know the 1 week I get rid of him, he's going to score. I know. So if you've got DCL, I'd probably keep him because I've got rid of him, so he's going to score. 8 Nori or Gvardiol? Gvardiol, without question. I think this is what I'm going to do, though, because I don't want to play Mikolenko because I've got Raul playing. I don't want to be playing attackers against defenders. And I think Fulham score because they're in good form. I just have to play double Arsenal events against Salah, which isn't ideal, but apart from that, it is what it is. I could play Mikolenko over Gabriel and then play Strand Larsen, but I don't think it's worth it. Welbeck to start. I can see he trained. Has he trained? Wait, you can't see he trained yet. I don't know. There's not been any updates, I don't think. You just switch DCL to Wisa. Trent, Gabriel, or Mikalenko start one. Trent. I prefer Trent to Gabriel this week, but I do like Gabriel's threat on corners and stuff. But at the end of the day, they're missing so many players, Arsenal, or that I don't know. I don't think it's going to be. I think Liverpool win like 2-0, honestly. Maybe 2-1. McNeil to Johnson. I probably wouldn't do that. I think McNeil's fine to keep. I have an inkling that Salah will be the best triple captaincy for against Palace. I know it's crazy. I mean, it's not that crazy. Midfielders do get you extra points from goals. So, John, how you doing? Was gifted a membership? You were. Yes. You were gifted a membership. Punt on Savio. I don't mind it, but I'd rather, like... I probably wouldn't go there myself, personally. I really want to start DCL over McNeil. Is that okay? Nothing wrong with it. He's on penalties. If there's a goal, though, McNeil is probably going to be involved. Yeah, I kept Salah as a pool fan. I've trusted him when people were selling him. I feel like he gets a 10-plus point game this week with Arsenal without key players. That's what I mean. Like, he's going to be going against, like, Zinchenko, who's, like, he's going to have a field day against him. What team do I support? I support Forest. So it's been a horrible couple of seasons in the Prem, but this season's actually been really fun to watch. So yeah, I'll be looking forward to watching the Forest game later. Son injured, who should I bring in? I have Salah in the team as well. Also, what do you think about Raya to Edison? I probably wouldn't do Raya to Edison because you're going to want Raya back around game week 12. I don't know what I think of Maddison right now. I think Maddison's still fine. Thoughts on if Kuna is worth the money over Strand? I mean, he should be on penalties, so he's got that going for him. He should be getting more minutes as well. But it came out today that Strand Larsen, apparently the manager said that he's playing really well. But he said that after around 60 minutes, his like engine goes. So he needs him to work on that. So that's why he's been getting like subbed. But yeah, Strand, I mean, look, he's got Palace and Southampton coming up. So I think whoever you bring in is going to be fine. Gabriel or Delit or Colwill. Probably Gabriel this week. I have Flecken, Lewis, Mikalenko, Porro, Semenyo, McNeil, Mbumo, Foden, Palmer, Watkins, and Haaland. I expect 8 goals from my attackers, though. Punt on Palmer, captain to counter all Haaland triplers. In case he blanks, I have Haaland. Nah, this is the week you don't go with the balls of steel this week. Because it could be a season killer. Imagine if he goes and gets 4. Jeez, man. God, you'd hate yourself. Fair play, if he blanks, great. But I just don't think he blanks. I can't see him blanking this week. I think he definitely gets 2. And then you're probably saying, well, why don't you triple captaincy? Because I think I would only triple captain him if De Bruyne was there, personally. Fears you've ruined Slot's life, to be fair. So fair play. I mean, he's top of the league. I think he's doing all right. I think he's doing okay at the moment. Start Robinson or Van der Ven? Probably Van der Ven. Maddison over Palmer? No, Palmer over Maddison. Do I risk benching Palmer? Did that last week and Robertson pocketed him. I would never bench Palmer in any fixture. Captain Watkins or Mbumo? Probably Mbumo out of those two. I like Forest play some nice football and I want Hudson-Odoi to do well. Yeah, I mean, it's like I say, the last 2 seasons have been awful. Like we've scraped past relegation twice, and it's just being at 8th right now is great. Like if we win tonight, we go 5th, which is unreal. Saka to Foden or Palmer. Wildcarding in 12. If you're wildcarding in 12, I don't know. I'd probably still go Palmer. Any thoughts on Captain Mbumo? He's not a bad shout. I just can't go against Haaland this week. I just don't think it's worth it. Bears sub 6 mil attacker right now. Probably Jimenez, maybe. Probably Jimenez or Wissa, something like that. Start Robinson or Gabriel. Gabriel. When are you thinking of using your triple captain? I'll either do it when Haaland has Leicester at home or probably during a double game week. I do it, but I just think that I feel like I need De Bruyne in the team, man. I don't know. I mean, 64% of people are not triple captaining this week. But 36% out of 377 people are triple captaining this week. So it is a big week. So it's actually going to be one of those weeks where I maybe want Haaland to not get anything. Because so many people are going to triple captain him. So I think it's going to be one of those... It might be one of those weeks where when he scores, it actually hurts your rank, even if you captain him. Semenyo or Gabriel? Semenyo. Semenyo or Buonat? Yeah, Semenyo, Gills. Start Rico Lewis or Gabriel? Rico Lewis. If I leave Saka on the bench and he recovers next week, wouldn't that be better than using 2 transfers to get Palmer in? Yeah, I mean... He's still got Newcastle away and Chelsea away. I don't know, because if it's a hamstring injury, we don't know how long it's going to be. Like, Arteta said he was, like, they weren't too worried about it last week, and then suddenly missed that. And then he's missed Champions League this week, and then he's still not been in training. So I don't know how long he's going to be out for. I took wildcard just because to save -4. Is that a bad decision? Probably. I mean, it depends how many players you're getting rid of. Van de Ven or Gabriel? He's just Van de Ven this week. They've got Ipswich at home, haven't they? DCA to Raul in order to fund Saka to Palmer. Yeah, don't mind that, Edvin. I mean, I had to do that to get Salah in, so... Lewis or Pinnock for a -4, or just keep Gabriel in. I wouldn't bring in Pinnock or Lewis for a -4, because you're like, after this week, you're not really going to want Lewis, are you? Like, a lot of people will probably get rid of him next week. Eze or Diaz? Eze. On penalties. Semenyo or Delap? Probably Semenyo. Start which 3? Rico Lewis, Gabriel, Aina, or Aitnori? Probably play Lewis, Aina, and probably Gabriel. Would you sell Trent or Gabriel to Aitnori? Want to bring out Gabriel to get Trent's fixtures until after Southampton to get Gabriel back in? Yeah, if you can get to a player that you want by selling Gabriel instead, I'd prefer to keep Trent. Brennan or Kuna? For this week, Brennan. Lewis or Pinnock for a -4, just keep Gabriel at gather time. Aitnori or Lewis? Lewis. Start Konza or Robinson? Probably Konza. It's a much better fixture. See you on next week deadline, mate. Thanks for the advice. Keep well and good luck for this week. No worries, KN. I'll catch you later, man. Should I bench Trent or Gabriel? First sub is Aitnori. I'll probably play Trent. I play Trent over Gabriel this week. Porro or Dallo? Porro. Bench order Mikolenko, Gabriel, Semenyo. I'd always have Semenyo. I'd always have the attacker first in the bench, personally. Unless they're playing like City or Arsenal or something like that. Havertz to Watkins for a free? Yeah, don't mind that at all. Really good transfer. Thoughts on selling Wood after this game week for Jimenez? No, I wouldn't do that because he's got West Ham next week at home. And that's obviously a good fixture because West Ham haven't been great. So I don't think I'd do that. I think West Ham's probably a better fixture than Brentford at home. Bench Saka or DCL? I mean, I'd probably play Saka, and then if he doesn't start, then DCL just comes off the bench. Start Trent or any I'll play Trent over Van der Berg this week. Would you sell Duran for a -4? If so, for who? How much money have you got? DCL or Garnacho? Probably DCL just because he's on penalties. I need to make sure this is what I want to do because I've got a massive benching dilemma this week. I don't know what to do. Because I have to play double Arsenal defense against Salah. But if I play Mikolenko, then he's playing Raul Jimenez, and it's just not really worth it. So, because I could play Strand Larson, but I can't bench Raul because he's on penalties. So, you know, DCL will score now on Raul blank, right? Oh, 100%. I know that'll happen. Of course it will. That's just FPL in a nutshell. Would you bench out of Aina, Lewis, Gabriel, or Aitnori? Start Bowen or Rogers? Probably Rogers. Silly question. How do you get the fixture under the player lol? I really don't know how to get that on the screen. It's a plugin called FPL Tools. It's on Google Chrome. It's a plugin on Google Chrome called FPL Tools. It's only on PC. It's not on mobile. Bro, follow you long time on the other channel. Love the content. What two should I start? Nori, Konza, and Lewis. Thank you, man. I play Konza and Lewis this week. Both home fixtures. I definitely play Lewis this week. Southampton home is ridiculous. I brought Foden in last week. No idea if he starts versus Saints. I could get to Salah or Palmer for a -4. Would you take the hit or play Foden? I just play Foden, man. He should play this week, especially with Doku and Grealish being injured. McNeil or Rogers? Rogers slightly ahead. Any Forest leaks? I have Moreno. No Forest leaks. I don't think. We've got, what, 5 minutes left? I don't think there's been any leaks. I mean, he'll as a Forest fan, he'll start. Apparently been told that Saka is out for sure and that Diaz will be starting for Liverpool. I'm selling Salah. FPL pack. I don't know how likely that is. I don't know where they've got that information from. I don't know. I wouldn't take any notice of that. I do need to take a screenshot of my team, actually. For the old Twitter. Just the decision of whether to triple captain. I don't think I'm gonna. Thinking about Sun to Mbeumo right, but Palmer could be better. I mean, I prefer Palmer, but Mbeumo is a really good midfielder to have right now. Think it's worth taking a -4 to get rid of Raya? No. Start Smith Rowe or Luis Diaz? Probably Diaz. Took a -4. Sun Foden probably going to triple captain Haaland. What do you think? Yeah, I mean, look, triple captaincy is a great shout this week. It's I don't know. I think I've never used a triple captaincy so early on in the season. That's probably what's put me off as well. But is Saka starting? No idea. No idea. It's just a tweet I saw. I don't know who it is. They don't really exactly have any. Yeah, they don't have any kind of like legitimacy to them, so I wouldn't take any notice of it. Haaland will have over 200% triple him. It's going to be one of those weeks where I need him to blank, I think. I'm going to need Haaland to blank this week, which is weird. It's just such a weird game, like wanting your captain to blank, but... Start Aït-Nouri or Vandenberg? Probably Vandenberg. I don't know. Aït-Nouri's a lot more attacking, isn't he? Bench 1 of 5, Porro or Mikalenko. I bench 5s out of those. Downloaded the extension, thank you very much. No worries, man. Saka to Palmer and Konate to Aït-Nouri. Yeah, don't mind that. Like those transfers. Don't mind that at all. We've got 3 minutes left until the deadline, guys. Get your transfers in. Decide if you're triple captaining or not. This could be a good week to do it. Will Timber start? I think he's out, isn't he? Do you think Brentford keep a clean sheet? They haven't all season. I think Delap scores, personally. I think Delap scores against Brentford. I think I'm all right with that. I don't know, man. I just hate my defense this week. Everything above the defense is fine. Like, really, really fine. The defense just looks so bad, though. But there's not too much I can do about it. You never know. Milenkovic might keep a clean sheet tonight. It might start off really well. Chips early, but tripling this week. Yeah, if you are tripling, best of luck. Like, I'm going to need him to blank because I feel like a lot of people are tripling this week. But Brentford had the clean sheet in the away against Ipswich, so Vandenberg good option. I don't think they did. I don't think they've kept a clean sheet this season. Have they? Yeah, they haven't kept a clean sheet this season. Oh, you're saying that they're going to keep one against Ipswich. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, I mean, they might. You never know. They're going to have to eventually, aren't they? But Mikalenko in for Gabriel, for sure. Arsenal not keeping a clean sheet, and Liverpool defence amazing. Yeah, but then I've got Raul Jimenez playing Mikalenko. So it's like... I'll still have an attacker playing a defender anyway. If you had Rico Lewis, who would you play for him? I'd probably bench Gabriel for him. Or Aït-Nouri. I'd definitely play my forward defender, because they're second best defence in the league. I have good bench cover and Palmer, so would you just leave Saka this week, hoping you're not needing a start to avoid a potential Foden headache with benching in the next 3? Yeah, probably. I mean, he's not like an immediate sell, but it's just you don't know when he's coming back. That's the only thing. And you're probably going to want him around game week 12 anyway. So if he's fine next week, then you probably just keep him until game week 12, don't you? Because he's got Forest and West Ham coming up. Play Semenyo or Mikalenko? Probably Semenyo. Last minute chat. Is this what I'm going to do? This is the hardest decision of the season so far. In before Gabriel scores a header. He might. I mean, I've got him playing, so I hope he does. I really hope he does, but... Let me just double check that I've actually saved my team, right? Yeah, okay. I think that's it. I think that's what we're going to go with. If you have enjoyed the stream, though, guys, make sure to like and subscribe. We do go live with the deadline streams every week. But we are about to be locked in. Oh, man. I just hate the defense, man. The defense it's just so bad. Because they're all playing each other this week. Got Salah playing double Arsenal defense. Then I'd have Raul playing Mikalenko. But can't really do too much about it. After this week, it's fine. It's just this week. If I can get through this week on like... I think I'll get a red arrow. But if I can get through it with like on an okay red arrow, that's not too bad. Good luck this week. Good luck to everyone in the chat this week. Best of luck. Obviously, I'll make a video on Monday, seeing how bad it's gone, but yeah, I'm not expecting much. Here we go though, locked in. I'm playing him, not as a gooner. pray for that header. Pray for that header. He's always got a bullet header in his locker, and he has a couple of times. But either way, yeah, we're locked in, chat. We're locked in. Right, guys. Thank you all so much for coming out to the stream today. I really appreciate it. Make sure to like and subscribe if you are brand new. We'll be back live next... When is the next deadline? Is it Saturday deadline? Saturday deadline next week? It is, yeah. It's an early Saturday deadline next week. So we're back next week for the deadline. Obviously, videos through the week as always. But have a fantastic rest of your Friday, guys. Have a fantastic weekend. Best of luck. And I'll see you all then. So until then, guys, have a good one. And peace.